Hey everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this training today. If you don't know me, I'm Lynn Getz, Senior Executive Director with Color Street and leader of the Dream Street team. And I'm super excited. We always bring people in to do trainings. And, something we were talking about recently is that sometimes we forget, that sometimes those people who have been around for a long time or who have been working the business for years, we sometimes forget to think about all of the new people. We have so many new people starting with our business right now, and two of our newer stylists are rocking and rolling and happen to work the business really well together. They're on each other's teams, Abbey and Kelly. And I mentioned before, so Abbey is now a team leader. She has recruited 11 new stylists since she started with us in May, which is just a couple of months ago. And then Kelly just joined us last month in July and has brought in 7 new stylists as well. And I looked and they're all BQ'd. They're all
I know, isn't it a really pretty pink line?
Not only are they bringing in amazing new stylists, but they're bringing in stylists who are getting right to work and building a business as well. So I thought that this would be a great opportunity to bring you guys in, have you share your tips on newbie enrolling or enrolling as a newbie, because I know a lot of stylists are intimidated by that when they're just getting started. So ladies, I'm just gonna throw it over to you. Go ahead. Thank you so much for being here today. And I can't wait. I'm excited.
Well, first of all, we want to thank Lynn for asking us and understand that we're a little nervous because this is our first time. We're brand new. We're nervous. We have notes here. And one of the notes, and I just want to make a quick joke really quickly, is that Kelly and I are both really passionate about Color Street, about the product, about the business, about it all. So we have made notes for ourselves to not interrupt each other. And Kelly's says, shh, and mine says, stop talking. So I apologize in advance if we kind of jump on top of each other by talking, because we just have so much we want to say and we just have so much passion for what we're doing. So I just wanted to get that out of the way, because it's bound to happen at some point. Look, I did it. There it is. Yes, my name's Abbey Flick, and I am a team leader and hopefully director by the end of this month. But I joined in May, and just a quick little story is my sponsor is a really good friend of mine, and she sent me a Tuesday, and I wanted no parts of it because I'm in quarantine. Why am I going to do my nails? And she said, well, you just put it on. And I did, and the second I put it on, it was Tokyo Lights. I just almost couldn't believe the magic that had happened. And I said, I want to get them all. How do I get them all? And she said, well, you should have a party. And I thought, no. If I'm going to ask people to go to a party, I'm going to make the money off of that party. So I quickly enrolled that day. Just said, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to see what happens, even if I just get my own sets at a discount, because clearly I'm going to be spending a lot of money. But I had said to my husband, I'm not going to, this is just going to be for fun, something for me to do during this quarantine. Because, how much money can you really make over $11 nails? How many nails am I going to have to sell to fill my gas tank? And then when I joined in May, the website had one set of Easter petites and one set of Shamrock petites. And so we had to stalk the website. They would restock once a week at 1 o'clock on a Thursday, and it was chaos and mayhem. And with all of that happening, I still was able to sell $3,100 worth of nails in May. And when that happened, it was kind of okay, there's something happening here. People can't get enough of this stuff. So I said, you know what, I'm really going to try. I'm going to see what happens if I just put a little bit of effort into it. And actually, the first stylist that I enrolled is Charlene, and she's on here right now. She joined me pretty quickly. And it just kind of snowballed from there. And I remember reaching out to Lynn for my first time saying, hey, I just want to introduce myself. And I really want to make some money. How do I do it? And she was like, well, just enroll. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'll start doing that. And I did. And I'm really grateful that I did when I did, because it has really blossomed from there. So now's my time to stop talking, and it's Kelly's turn to start.
Okay, so I have a little bit of a different story than Abbey. I was nail page. And I was like, oh, they're really cute. That's great. I'm home during quarantine with 4 little boys. No big deal. I don't need nails. But then actually my anniversary is 4th of July and I am like a 4th of July nut. And she posted some patriotic and I was like, ugh, all right, I'm gonna have to cave into this nail thing. So I did. And I messaged her and I was like, hey, I really need those nails. And she was like, great. Do you want to talk about the business? I was like, can I get the nails? But then in my mind, I watched her page growing and growing and her Facebook group was growing. I was watching her do her sales. You can see her bundles were selling. I was like, does look kind of fun. Okay, explain it to me. And I'm not quite sure the stamp was on her envelope of my nails before I signed because she just explained the business to me. And I was like, yep. Thankfully, I love the nails as well. So I just knew if I love the business this much, and I haven't seen one person not love the nails, it was going to be worth it. And I was going to jump on in.
So one thing that I think is really important for us to kind of get over in the beginning is fear. And it's kind of been a big topic with Color Street all summer. If you were here with us during conference last month with Michelle Poehler about fears. And it's something that as we've been enrolling new stylists, it's just very common. We went through it too. We say it all the time, like, we're still new. You know, because it's quick for people to say, oh, it's easy for you. No, we're still new too. But we all kind of go through the same fears. And so we just want to walk you guys through 3 fears that we've been able to pinpoint in our conversations throughout this in order to kind of get over yourself, if you will, to be able to do it, because it's all in the doing. So the first one that I want to talk about is we all kind of think, well, I don't know enough. Let me learn a little bit more about Color Street. Let me get better at the application process. Let me learn how to do a nail bar, and then I'll start enrolling. And I just want to tell you, no. You enrolled, you knew enough to see the opportunity for yourself. You love the nails enough, or you knew you were going to love the nails enough that you took the plunge. So I don't want you to talk yourselves out of offering it to other people while you're waiting to learn more, because we're never going to know it all. And if you wait, you're always going to push it off. You're always going to put it on the back burner because there's always something more to learn. And so that's the first kind of wall that we all hit with, like, let me get my feet wet. Let me get to know it a little bit better. And by the time you feel like you might be ready, you've kind of lost that opportunity to enroll as a new stylist. So that's the first one that I want you guys to kind of knock down and say, I do know enough. I signed 5 minutes ago and I know enough to show them where my enrollment link is and I can enroll somebody.
Mm-hmm. So our next point is that you fear you won't be a good leader. So you don't have to be a good leader. You don't have to be yet. Our upline is here. You have people to help you through. So you don't have to be a good leader, but I can promise you're going to turn into a good leader as you go through this process. You get one stylist that you have to teach everything to and show them how to set up their parties and how to talk to people and how to do their Facebook group and make it private. I mean, all of that is becoming a leader. You're talking to them about reaching out. Little by little, you grow and grow and grow. So we have the resources in place. You have the group chats, you have the Facebook, you group team page, we have the VO. There's so many ways to have help that you don't need to worry if you're a leader, because you will be a leader sooner or later. So just trust, it will come.
And then the third and biggest fear that I think, biggest fear for myself is we don't want to be told no. We're afraid of what that no might mean. And I've heard, and maybe you have, if not, I think this kind of explains it for everybody. If you're ever out at a diner and a waitress goes around to fill up everybody's coffee mug, just because you say no thank you means nothing. It was nothing personal against the waitress, but it was just her job to offer the coffee to everyone. And I try to think that in the back of my mind, because I don't want it ever to come across where I didn't offer it to somebody because I was afraid they were going to tell me no, but 6 weeks later they've joined another stylist. You know, I don't ever want to be regretful that I didn't offer the opportunity to somebody because I was afraid to hear the word no. And in my mind, the word no just means not now. They're not ready. It's not a good time for them. But we can't be afraid to ask just because they might say no. What if they say yes? Right? So those were the 3 quick points we wanted to talk about as far as fear was concerned, and kind of breaking through the barriers that we feel like keep new stylists from offering the opportunity. And now we kind of just want to go through just like some notes as to kind of our process of what we do and how we've been enrolling.
All right. So our number 1 is don't wait for people to try the nails before you talk to them about the business. If you want to talk to them. They don't have to have them on, and when they get the nails, it's just icing on the cake. My slogan with my team is, you don't ask, you don't get. Most people aren't going to come running to you and, hey, you're doing a business, I want to do it too. That's not how it's going to work. You have to actually go out there and ask. So our biggest thing is reach out. You have to reach out, whether it be a phone call, a text message. Facebook Messenger is kind of my life at the moment. You just reach out, and you have to be honest and open with those messages of what you're trying to accomplish. You have to say it. Don't just, oh, I'm going to say hi and see if they ask. They're not going to ask. So reach out directly to them, because posting on your Facebook page, here's the news flash that we've decided. That's not good enough. Just posting, do you want to join my team? No one's going to do that, because that's asking them to be too out loud. Do it privately and directly, and be human with them. Tell them why you would want them to join. Ask them. You have to give them a call to action. You have to ask the question. Some of the verbiage we use is, have you thought of being a stylist? And leave it there after you tell them why you would like them on your team. And then they have to answer you. I also build relationships with a lot of my customers by saying, like, oh, your post today was so good. It looks like a true stylist. I told one of my girls yesterday, man, your stock, it's looking as good as mine, just like a stylist. And she's on the fence right now, but that's okay, because it's little bits here and there of building this relationship with your customers. And then you have to ask. So just have to ask. And I think that's our notes on.
Yeah, that main point was always ask, always ending the message with a question, or a voice messenger with a question, because it encourages them to answer you. The other thing, and this is the one Kelly always makes me say, because I'm kind of the mean one out of the two of us. And so I get to say this part is, like, don't be selfish. I think that this business is an opportunity for everyone to have the change that they need in their life. Whatever void they're looking to fill can be filled with Color Street. And if you're not offering it to them, you're being selfish, because I know what it's doing for me and my family right now. And every single person that I know or don't know deserves the opportunity to say yes or no to Color Street. So I try to keep that in the back of my mind. If I'm ever feeling scared, I just say, don't be selfish, Abby. Offer it to them. It's just my job to offer. It's their job to determine whether or not it's for them. The other thing that I think is really important is offering the business to every single one of your nail bar hostesses before the nail bar. I have a lot of nail bars. I do about 15 nail bars a month, and I offer the opportunity to each of my hostesses about 2 days prior to the night of the nail bar. And I try to flip it, and I offer them the opportunity to make the sales and the commission off of their friends and family. There's a good chance that that nail bar will be way more successful if their network is supporting them versus supporting a stranger. So I always make sure that I mention that to them, so that they have the opportunity to make that decision for themselves. And it's a really easy flip to then turn that nail bar into their VIP page, because their friends and family are already in it. I think that's all we have for you today. We do want to wrap it up with a call of action and tell you guys, we challenge you to share the business opportunity with 10 people between now and the end of the weekend. I encourage you to reach out to your upline, let them know that you've been challenged this, let them know when you've completed it, let them know how those conversations are going. If you have questions or need help working through the process, there's so many people here to help you. We want to encourage you guys to go out and knock this out of the park because it's so much fun and we're loving the journey, and we're so grateful that Lynn asked us to do this. So we hope that was helpful for everybody.
Abby and Kelly, you guys are awesome, and I love it. I love all of your tips. I love hearing what you're doing, and I just want to open it up. If anybody has any questions that they want to ask, Kelly and Abby, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask any questions. Do you have a question? I see someone on the beach.
Yeah, that's me.
Ashley. Hey, Ash.
Hello. I don't have a question, but I just wanted to hop on and listen. Once we get home, I'm going to start reaching out to more people because I haven't really done that. I don't want to be pushy, you know what I mean? But it's really not being pushy. You're offering something good to them. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you said, it's the coffee. I mean, we don't think the waitress is pushy when she offers us dessert or offers us coffee.
right.
You know, it's just saying this is an opportunity, and you know, it's something that has changed my life, and I would be selfish if I didn't offer it to you to do the same.
That is one point we forgot to talk about. I had notes that we're passionate, we're not pushy. So don't ever think you're being pushy. Just know that you're sharing it because it's on your heart and you're so passionate about whether it be the nail side or the business side, but you're passionate, you're not pushy.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Anyone else have any questions? Well, if there are not any questions, then ladies, thank you so much. I appreciate this. Again, it was great. It is, you know, it's interesting to me because I'm like listening to you guys, and even for me, I'm hearing it. I'm like, yep, that's what we say. That's what we do. That's what we, and it's just so wonderful to know that, you know, it is that consistency and in that, that compound effect of the actions that you're doing that build this business. And so ladies, congratulations on your success. And thank you so much for being on today. Appreciate it very much. And thank you guys, everyone who was able to join us live and everyone who's watching us on the replay. We appreciate all of you as well. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.